are you?
I'm doing so-so.
What's happened since the last time that we met?
Well, I tried to have a week with the kids and not drink, but I just can't stop.
So you're having some difficulties with decreasing your alcohol consumption that we spoke about last week.
Yeah, I laid around the house all week. I ended up just being depressed, and it ended up being, one of those things where I wasn't very cooperative.
What happened?
They confronted me about drinking. Because I went home and said, hey, I'm going to go, do what my therapist told me to do, which was to help out around the house and talk to the kids more and be more, socially active. But I went right into that. I thought I could just have a beer and be socially active, and it didn't work out. I had another and another. Before I knew it, I'm just blasted, and I want to fall asleep on the couch. And all of a sudden, the kids are like, Daddy, I thought you were going to play with us.
Right.
You promised to play with us. And, my wife comes in and starts screaming at me. How dare you? You're trying to get better, and it's not getting better.
So you did go home and tell your wife that we spoke last week.
Mm-hmm.
What was her response to that?
Well, at first she was hopeful, but then she just denied it. She goes, oh, you're just going to turn out like you always do.
So what I hear is that she's being more negative about it now. She's not giving you that positive support.
She doesn't really believe I can even, stop drinking.
What do you believe?
I believe I need some help to stop drinking. That's what I believe.
Okay. Okay, well, I know that many people that go through this process are concerned about the difficulties of changing the behavior. So that is a normal thing to be experiencing.
But I think part of it, though, is that I think I drink because I just feel so low, to avoid it, just to avoid feeling dumpy.
Okay. So you told me...
Like I'll fall asleep to it, this feeling that I have all the time.
Like the numb feeling of that from the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you told me that that you were trying to commit to being more social with your family.
Right.
Were you feeling down that day when you did have that one drink, and it turned into more than one?
Mm-hmm.
And what caused the down feeling to begin with? Do you know?
Well, I come home from work like I always do.
Mm-hmm.
I work a very physical job.
Okay.
And the job tires me out. I'd get tuckered out at the end of the day. And sometimes I just have a beer to take the edge off, but I just don't have one. That's my problem.
Okay.
If I just had a beer, it wouldn't be a problem, but I don't just have one beer.
And what is that like for you to know to come home?
To always have a case of beers in my fridge, I feel bad even when I ask my kids to go get a beer for me.
So you're asking the kids now to get you beer?
You see where this is headed. Like, I'm really, really want to get out of this cycle I'm in. And maybe I can't do it at home. Maybe I need to just distance myself from my family and get myself together.
Okay.
I think I'm starting to lean towards an intervention of that nature.
So you're seeing that there is a change in behavior and it's getting worse?
Because I'm having no ability to do it on my own.
Okay. Well, you did...
My family, I love my family.
Right.
But the drinking is such a priority to me that I just can't seem to get it together, and it's really causing a big problem.
So then what makes you think that you need to change?
Because I love my family.
Because you love your family.
And they need to see a sober dad.
And what will happen if you don't change?
I'd imagine that some of the threats that my wife gives me will come true.
Okay. So it's definitely motivating to get into the program. Maybe
She's not very nice to me when I'm drunk.
No. Is she nice to you when you're not drunk?
When I'm not drunk, I think it's just as bad as when I am drunk, and I think that's probably why I need some space, just maybe from her even.
Okay.
I'm not avoiding the family, but sometimes I can't. I'm so scared all the time. I'm walking on eggshells.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the beer helps me relax from being on eggshells, but then it contributes to the problem of the anger. I'm back to walking on eggshells whether I like it or not. So I need a lot of help with this one.
So it's a vicious cycle.
Big cycle.
Big cycle.
Going in circles with it.
So what's the best thing that you can imagine from changing? Like, what would your ideal situation be for the change that you want to do?
You mean if I woke up and I wasn't a drunk tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
I'd maybe be able to make progress towards some better goals, like get a better job, or I wouldn't be so tired all the time.
Have you looked into getting a different job? I know you
Yeah,
said
one that's less, physical, but right now I gotta pay the bills.
Okay. Well, right now you need to worry about getting you back to you, because you did fail at the outpatient program, and I think that it would be beneficial for you to, like you said, come in-house, come into the inpatient program, definitely get you through the detox program, decrease your drinking,
Right.
watch it stabilize.
My employer's even willing to chip in to help me get through it,
That's
and
awesome.
let me have the time off I need to get the treatment I need.
Oh,
for this.
good. Okay, that's really
I
awesome.
checked
then.
into that this week too.
You did.
Because I'm realizing that I just really want to get this right.
Okay, so you definitely invested. That's great. That's very brave of you to even look into your employer assisting you in this, because I know that you are worried about your family.
I thought I could do it at home on my own, but I'm seeing that I really needed to just kind of fresh start.
And that's very brave of you to admit too, knowing that you need help and you need assistance, and there is nothing wrong with that, so it's good. So you did talk to your employer about, maybe taking some time off of work to get into
For
the
medical
inpatient.
concern, and
Okay.
let it be what it needs to be.
Perfect. Okay, so that's a start.
Yeah.
Do you feel better knowing that that is an option?
I feel better knowing that there's not really a consequence for this. It's just go get treatment.
And you seem
And
so relieved.
things could get better.
Yes. You seem very hopeful and relieved since the last time I saw you. So it's good. Even though you did have the one beer that turned into more, you did think the next morning when you woke up, oh my God, I need to do more. This isn't working. I need to do more. So you did more on your own. You didn't even have to come in here to ask me, oh, do I know about any options for you? You had the solution before you even walked in. So that's great. So we can get you started on that. That way you don't have to worry, and
Right.
your employer can give you those benefits in the time that you're away from work. So that is a great start. How do you feel now knowing that that's the next step?
Well, it still makes me anxious because I don't know, what it's like to be there, and I don't know what kind of people that are there too, or what is it you offer at your facility?
So at our facility, you would go through like a detox program where you would have to come off the alcohol consumption, because I know for years you've been drinking and your body's used to the alcohol being in your system. So of course with the doctor he would help you do that, so you don't just quit cold turkey. It would probably be a shock to your system.
That sounds like it's doable.
And then of course we would have you in some group therapy if you're interested. There are a couple of AA meetings that we hold here for the patients and the clients that are in the program. So that way you can speak to other people who are going through similar things and hear their stories, and have a group where you can have friends that understand what you're going through. Maybe, I know you said that your wife was very skeptical of what you're capable of doing, but you seem like you're very headstrong in getting it completed. There are other people here who are just as headstrong and want to help other people achieve the same goal. And I think that'd be beneficial for you.
Yeah, I could see it working with like-minded individuals that want to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. They want to do the right thing, and I think it would be nice for you to have that person-to-person contact besides a doctor or a counselor to really hear like their stories and be like, wow, like it's achievable. I can do this too, and you don't have to do it alone. So how do you think that would work for you?
Well, I could see that working out. How long is the treatment? 30 days?
It will be 30
28
days.
or?
It's 30 days, the program. If you do need to stay longer, we can discuss that. I mean, we're going to still be meeting twice a week now, since you would be coming in to the program. And of course, my office is right down from where these AA meetings are, so if you have any issues, you could stop in.
Okay.
We're very supportive. So it It could be a month, it could be a little bit more, but it's all depending on your individual needs.
Can my family see me?
Your family can see you. We just, we want to make sure that when they do come, they're being supportive. So if you have any issues with your wife, something like that, if you say, I don't want to see her this week, or I need some time, I need my space,
Right.
you can communicate that with us and her, and she can give you that space where we won't allow her to come see you. It's your wishes,
Okay.
ultimately. I know you
Okay.
said you want some space. When you come in, you might change your mind. You might miss them. They can totally come and
I'm
see
gonna
you.
miss them terribly, honestly.
Absolutely. I can tell like you're already getting upset that you might be away from them for
Like
a
I
couple
don't
days
want
at
to
a
be
time.
away from them, but if this is what it takes, this is what it takes.
And it seems like you're gonna do whatever it takes to get better for them, for you, for your wife, and the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that you can choose to do while
Right.
you're here. They can come and visit you as you wish.
Nice.
Does it make you feel a little bit better now?
Yeah. I'm glad we talked about it. I just want to get to a place where, I find me again. But, I know who I was before I started drinking years ago.
So you just want to get back to you. Well, that's great. So we're gonna get that paperwork set up for you and get you in the program right away, and we'll touch base again in a couple days. That way we can see how you're doing with the program, and we'll set you up with the first AA meeting if you would like within this week too. So you can start
great.
meeting some of the other clients in the program.
Great.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Perfect. Thank you. And I'll see you in a couple days.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.